All right, here's a crazy story, all right? Identical twins from Minnesota are now accused of trying to swap places after one of them rear-ended a buggy, killing two kids. 35-year-old Samantha Peterson now facing 21 charges, including vehicular homicide, DWI, leaving the scene of an accident. Police say she was behind the wheel back in September when she slammed into an Amish horse-drawn carriage. The crash killed 7-year-old Wilma Miller and 11-year-old Irma Miller and sent two of their siblings to the hospital. Police say Samantha Peterson swapped clothing with her twin sister, Sarah Peterson, at the crash scene before investigators got there because apparently she was high on meth. Her identical twin sister apparently tried to take the fall for her, and they say lied to police.
At first, officers thought that Sarah Peterson was driving the motor vehicle, and after a variety of, checking out the situation, they later on believed that Samantha Peterson was the driver.
The criminal complaint says when the deputy stepped away from his vehicle, his digital recorder was still on in his squad truck and recorded Sarah telling her sister, quote, "I think one of the guys is on to me, but I really don't care. And there's no way they would ever know the difference between the two of us, so they can't tell." Sarah, the other one, had recently been in prison, reportedly may have felt she owed her sister a favor because Samantha took care of her kids while she was behind bars. Prosecutors also say the day of the crash, Samantha messaged two managers at her place she works saying she messed up. One text message to her HR manager apparently reads in part, "I just hit an effing buggy and I killed two people and I'm not sober." Police say they also found various internet searches on Samantha Peterson's phone, including, and I'm not joking here, if you hit a buggy and kill two people, are you going to prison? Court records show Samantha has a prior record, including at least 2 prior DWI arrests and giving a false name to law enforcement. If convicted of the new charges, she could face decades behind bars. Her sister Sarah is also facing 16 felony charges, including criminal vehicular homicide. All 16 charges indicate that Sarah Peterson tried to conceal or take responsibility for her identical sister's criminal acts. Joining me now is Juliet Oliver. She prosecuted a recent case against a man with an identical twin. She's a senior deputy district attorney in Orange County, California. Thanks very much for coming on the program. Appreciate it. All right, so how tough a case do you think this will be for prosecutors because of the fact that they're identical twins?
Well, thank you, Mr. Abrams, for having me this afternoon or this evening. I do think that it is going to be a successful case for the prosecution. I do think that they have very compelling circumstantial evidence to support the fact that Samantha was, in fact, the driver. And of course, so much so that they have at this time filed charges against her and her sister now for being an accessory and the things that she did to try and cover up the crime for her sister. The circumstantial evidence is very great. Not only are the statements that are made on that audio incredibly compelling that are caught between the sisters when the deputy steps away, but the evidence that is found on Samantha's phone the following day that you have just shown is, of course, incredibly compelling evidence. The circumstantial evidence of what is seen and what is heard is separate and apart from the very direct evidence that is on the defendant's phone and those remarks that she makes, essentially admitting to the crime.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they're going to be hoping for a level of confusion, right? How can the prosecution prove it was this one doing this versus this one doing that? And you prosecuted, not exactly apples to apples, but a guy named Kevin Conther who brutally raped a 9-year-old girl in a jogger and then blamed it on his identical twin brother. How did you deal with that in your case?
Ultimately, the way that we dealt with it in the Conther matter was actually very similar to ultimately the case involving Samantha and her sister, because the relationship between twin siblings ultimately created a fervent ground for incredible evidence. In our case, defendant Conther, Kevin Conther, and his brother were recorded having multiple conversations after both were arrested for the rapes and the child molestation. And it was in those covert conversations that the defendant made very compelling statements that solidified his guilt and evidence that he was in fact the perpetrator of the crimes, reciting various very specific details that only he would know about the rapes.
And at the trial, did he point the finger at his twin brother? Was that the defense?
He nevertheless did, yes.
Wow. And did the twin brother have to testify or not?
The twin brother did not testify. He was not anywhere near the courthouse, to my suspicion, at the time of the case. He was not subpoenaed by the prosecution nor by the defense. I had no intention of wishing to call him because I expected, of course, that there would be support for the defendant. And it, of course, if he's not around, it makes it easier for the defense to be able to cite that it was, in fact.
Right. Wow. Fascinating stuff. And you got a conviction. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.